Hello everybody, and welcome back to Science with Ilana. I hope you are all having a great start to your week. I am back in one of my classrooms at the museum. This is a different classroom, but lots of animals, and I had a lot of requests this week for some new animals, so I'm excited to share some with you. So I'm going to do my shout outs this week. I want to say hi to Simeon, Evan, Andy, and Olivia, and Matthew, and Emma, and Millie, and Maxo. I also want to say hi to Noah, and Alma, and Eve, and Liv. And this week, I heard that Alma and Noah wanted to learn a little bit more about snails. And it just so happens that we have a tank of snails, so I can show you and talk to you a little bit about snails. It's actually a great time to learn all about snails because it's going to be springtime soon, and so the snails are going to be waking up and coming out. So I have here a little snail friend to share with all of you. So snails are sort of special animals. They are part of a group of animals called invertebrates, which means they don't have any bones on the inside of their bodies, but they do have something that will protect them. They have this beautiful shell. And this shell, you can see, sort of has this really pretty swirl or spiral. It has some different colors on it, some yellow, some black, it sort of has a stripe. And here is our little snail friend who is slowly kind of coming out to say hello. So a snail is an invertebrate, no bones on the inside of their body. They are part of the mollusk family, and they are what is known as gastropods, which is sort of a fun science word. And you all actually have pods on your body. You have two pods and you walk on them. Do you know what pod means? It means foot or feet. And gastro means stomach. So the word gastropod sort of describes snails as walking along on their stomach or foot. That's sort of how they crawl. Now, snails carry their shell on their back. These snails do not come out of their shell. It's a part of their body. See? So this is the actual animal. And their shell, when baby snails are born, they have a teeny tiny shell on their body, and it grows with them as they get bigger. Now, snails are born from eggs, and they have two eyes on top of sort of these long stalks on their head. You can sort of see the eyes on this snail. It's coming out to sort of explore. See those stalks? Those are the eyeballs. Snails also have two little feelers, kind of horns right here, which are shorter than their eye stalks to help them feel around. And snails can pull their eyes back sort of into their head, which I think is kind of funny. But this snail is coming out, looking around. See, it's moving its eye stalks, moving its eyes around. And snails also produce sort of a slime. And that's because they like to keep their bodies sort of moist. And the slime trail, or the slime, helps them pull their bodies across different surfaces. Now, in the wintertime, snails actually do something pretty cool with that slime. In the wintertime, snails around here will pull their whole body into their shell and cover the hole with slime. And the slime will sort of harden, and the snails will go to sleep for the wintertime. And then in the springtime, that slime that has hardened all winter will sort of melt away, and the snail will come out of its shell and be able to crawl out and go find something to eat. What do you think snails like to eat? Well, some snails like to eat plants, and they have a special tongue in their mouth part that's called a radula. And that radula, that tongue, is very rough, so that the snail can sort of rip up and grind up and shred little pieces of leaves and plants. Some snails, though, are carnivorous. which means they actually eat meat and other snails, other animals. Snails can be found all over the place. You might find snails in the desert, you might find snails in the forest, you might find snails in your garden, you can find snails in the ocean, you might find snails in a pond. So some snails are terrestrial, which means they live on the land, and some snails are aquatic, which means they live in water. Right? I happen to have a tank that's filled with snails. So I'm gonna put this one back and hopefully be able to show you a baby snail. So I'm gonna put this snail back. This is the tank where the snails live. And I'm gonna bring you closer so that you can take a look at their habitat. Here's where they live. And you can see what these snails are eating. They're eating some carrots, some sweet potato that's been nibbled on, and some eggshells. And snails love the eggshells because the eggshells have a lot of calcium, which helps keep their shells hard and helps keep them safe from predators, because lots of things like to eat snails, like birds and foxes, snakes, lizards. And I happen to see right here where my finger is a teeny tiny little snail right here. That's a baby. And I don't really want to take it off because it's so small, but let me see if I can find another one. Let's see. Oh, here we go. So it's going to be really hard to see because it's so tiny. So I'll put it right here on this dark table, but this is a baby snail. And so this snail shell will grow as the snail gets bigger. So our snails here at the museum laid some eggs, and there are going to be some more baby snails. Now, do you want to see something really funny and silly? You want to see some snail poop? You know, I like talking about animal poop because it teaches us so much, right? So this tank is kind of dirty, and all these little orange squiggles all over the place is snail poop. And it's a good thing their poop is orange because I can tell they're eating some orange vegetables, orange carrots, sweet potatoes that are orange. So I'm going to open up their tank and give you a really close look around. So that's where the snails live. It's actually, there's lots of snails in here. All right, thank you for watching, Noah and Alma. I hope you like learning about snails. If there's another animal that any of you would like to see, let me know. Happy exploring, everybody. Bye.